It is Wednesday, November the 5th, 2025, and my name is Thom Rigsby. Welcome to your AmCon Daily Brief. On today's show, what a neighborhood team is, how it works, and why it's the heartbeat of ReadyCorps. We'll get things started with the latest from the ASAT team and today's Daily Sit Rep.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for November the 5th, 2025. Up first today, the British Broadcasting Corporation, or BBC, has been caught broadcasting deceptively edited video footage related to the events of January the 6th, 2020. The footage in question made it appear as if former President Trump was encouraging rioting. This incident highlights the ongoing challenges of media bias and misinformation, reminding viewers to remain cautious about the sources of their news, especially during politically sensitive times. In other news, the FDA has issued a recall for Neutrogena Makeup Remover Ultra Soft Cleansing Towelettes. The recalled products, identified by the lot code 1835U6325A, were found to have bacterial contamination. This recall affects consumers in Texas, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. While health risks are generally temporary, individuals with weakened immune systems should be particularly vigilant. Users are advised to dispose of any affected products immediately. Switching to consumer awareness, beware of online business scams. Fraudulent websites with professional appearances and fake customer reviews have been deceiving customers nationwide, leading to losses and exposure to malware. Consumers are urged to verify business credentials, avoid pressure tactics, and use secure payment methods like credit cards or PayPal. Checking business reviews on trusted platforms can also help avoid scams. On the healthcare front, hospitals nationwide are reportedly changing their medical treatment consent forms by replacing the term vaccine with broader terms such as biologic or biogenic. This change may lead to patients unknowingly consenting to vaccine treatments if they do not carefully review the updated consent documents. It is advised to read all medical forms thoroughly to avoid unwanted treatments. Finally, civil unrest and protests continue to be a concern across the country. Various demonstrations are scheduled today in multiple cities, including Branford, Connecticut, Burbank, California, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Albany, New York, and Oneonta, New York. Citizens are reminded to maintain heightened situational awareness in public spaces, know their exits, and report any suspicious activity to authorities and the ASAT team when safe. Now for today's weather. Unsettled conditions prevail in the Northwest and Northern California, with a limited threat of flash flooding extending into early Friday morning. High wind watches are in effect for parts of the northern Mid-Atlantic, southern New England states, and northern Montana through Thursday. The southern United States and portions of the Mid-Atlantic are experiencing dry conditions with seasonable warmth. A strong atmospheric river will bring moderate to heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and mountain snow to parts of the Northwest through Thursday, with ongoing impacts into Friday from a cold front. Additionally, a fast-moving storm system will bring gusty winds, rain, and high-elevation snow showers to the Northeast today into Thursday. Looking ahead, the American Contingency South Region Adventure Challenge will take place from November 7th through 9th at the Boy Scout Camp in Milburn, Oklahoma. This event offers opportunities for skill testing and preparedness training in a simulated evacuation scenario. Lodging and camping facilities will be available. Members interested in participating should contact the South Region coordinators for details. Members can access the American Contingency members-only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
So, yesterday we talked about how every strong community starts with a strong, prepared family. Today we're taking the next step because once your family is squared away, the next question is, who lives right outside your door? Your neighborhood team is the living, breathing core, that's C-O-R-E, of ReadyCorps, C-O-R-P-S. It's not a club, not a chapter, it's a bunch of people, and not rather a bunch of people meeting once a month to talk about gear. It's a handful of families, neighbors who know each other, trust each other, and practice together. That's where real resilience starts. Here's how it works. Each team starts small, usually 5 to 10 households on a single street or block. You don't need special training or titles. You just need a willingness to connect. One person might handle comms. Another might have first aid experience. Yet another might organize logistics or help check in on elderly neighbors. Everyone brings something to the table, and everyone has something they can improve upon. Then, when something happens, a storm, a power outage, or it's just a safety concern, your neighborhood team becomes the first layer of response. You're the bridge between family-level readiness and the wider ReadyCorps network. That's how the capability chain works. Individuals are part of families, are part of teams, are part of metros, regions, etc. Every link in the chain matters. The best part, well, you don't need to wait for permission to start. All you have to do is invite a few families over for coffee, talk about local risks, and start planning. Wherever you live, there are risks that are common. Might be weather, power outages, ice storms. You already have that in common with all of your neighbors. Preparedness doesn't grow through policy, it grows through participation. When your neighborhood starts to feel like a team, readiness becomes part of daily life instead of just that once a year or once a month or once a quarter project. Your neighborhood team isn't about command and control, it's about connection and capability. It's where friendship and function meet. And that's the culture we're building through ReadyCorps. So this week, take one small step toward building your neighborhood team. I want you to knock on a couple of doors, send a couple of texts, or start a conversation with a couple of neighbors. You don't have to pitch preparedness, just get to know them. Take the initiative to start a neighborhood text thread and just go from there. Connection always comes first. All right, when we chat tomorrow, we'll talk about how capability turns those connections into confidence and why small, consistent practice is what makes a team strong. Thanks for listening to the AmCon Daily Brief. Members, your full resources are waiting on the members-only website and in your phone app. If you haven't joined yet, you can. Just visit AmericanContingency.com and get started today. And remember, preparedness grows when we share it. So send this podcast to someone you care about. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.